Hi, I'm Eden Radvani, Director of Analytics here at Coastal and Product Owner for CRM Analytics, Tableau, and Tableau Next. Today I'm going to walk through a demo of a mature CRM Analytics org and talk through how Tableau Next can help amplify the insights that you're already gaining with CRM Analytics assets. So here I am landed on the Jobs Monitor page just to show that we have a number of different recipes running. We have revenue insights, we have service intelligence as well. If we go to our recipe page, we can also see that we have a number of different recipes outputting data sets into CRM Analytics for visualization. One such recipe is this one that's ingesting 3 different source data tables. We have a number of transformations. We have append nodes. We're joining data, transformations, aggregations, cluster analysis. So a more complex recipe, even though this is only looking at kind of 3 sources. But this is outputting to a data set within CRM Analytics. Now, historically, we would build out a dashboard or lenses from that data set, and we'd be able to interact with that in CRM Analytics as we know. With Tableau Next, what I want to show is the ability to take that data set and move it towards Data Cloud and show how that unlocks further insight. So the next step to this would be outputting our data set to Data Cloud. We have an Edgemont node in here that brings the orders and returns data set, and now I'm outputting the Data Cloud, writing to a DLO within Data Cloud that's going to match the exact output that I have here within CRM Analytics. You can see that I have to identify a data space and a primary key, but aside from that, very simple setup just to bring this data in. And what that looks like is within Data Cloud now, a data lake object that mimics the output of our data set. So you can see that we have all of our fields noted here. We have a primary key called out, a key qualifier as well. But this is now within the system. This is out of Analytics Studio, out of Data Manager, and within Data Cloud. And the flexibility this gives us is that now when we move towards the semantic layer, we have access to this as a source of data. So you can see that we have a number of different models in here. I'm going to focus on the orders and returns semantic model that's sourced from our CRMA recipe. So when I click into that, you can see I'm leveraging the one DLO that I called out here. Again, I see row level data. I can ensure that the data is coming through in the format that I want. I can see all of the attributes to this data set. But what's interesting is now that I'm in semantic layer and with Tableau Next, I have further capabilities. So I can do things like assign business preferences and ensure that the analytics agent is able to work with this data. But the other thing that I've been able to do is actually define metrics on top of this data set. So I've picked out a few here: sales, return rate, profit, but very low code, clicks not code focus on taking this data set and leveraging the advanced capabilities that we have. And what that can look like as a future state is a page like this, where on the left-hand side, I have my CRM Analytics dashboard. I have my KPIs across the top, my filters. I have visibility into the data that I want to see. I can click and filter and see how my dashboard moves and obviously interact with it in a way that I'm familiar with. On the right-hand side, I have those metrics that I authored at the semantic layer level that are building on this same source of data, this one path of data that's come from CRM Analytics into Data Cloud, into Tableau Next. So you can see here in my dashboard, I have 1.2 million in sales. I have 156K in profit. And I'm able to match those numbers directly to my Tableau Next metric because, again, I have that source of truth feeding through. But now, instead of this more static or basic view of a KPI, I have deeper understanding. I can see how this is trending compared to a prior period. I can see if there's been any spikes in the data over time. I have the ability to open this into a new page if I'd like to. But I also get AI information in natural language underneath to give me understanding of those insights. If that wasn't impactful enough, I can obviously follow this data, but I might have questions that go beyond what's in the view of these metrics. And that's where Agentforce as part of Tableau Next comes in. Again, very low code. What I've been able to do is bring this data into Data Cloud and then into a semantic layer. And now that's activated through to Agentforce. So I can ask things that aren't covered by my dashboard, but I know I have the data for. How does the sales growth, this 38.9% increase, differ by product over time? And I can see that these top 3 products have come through. And that gives me an insight that this dashboard didn't necessarily have as an initial starting point. But moreover, I can see, well, how does that breakdown of sales growth by region for these products? How do these products impact different regions too? Because again, I have that regional data in my CRM Analytics dashboard, but this is now combining the product level data that I have access to, but wasn't visible in a dashboard. And that's just a glimpse of what this tool could potentially do. I see great value in this. I want to emphasize the point that the CRMA assets that you've developed are not technical debt. They can be leveraged within Tableau Next, and we can continue to build on it. Thank you.